Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Take us, of course, here continue the journey of X-Men Evolution. This is Season 2, Episode 9, Joyride. What is that referring to? I have no idea. No clue. But regardless, I'm excited. So last week's episode, African Storm, was great. I had a great time with the episode because we actually got focused on Storm in the episode. And the fact is, too, over the last little bit in terms of Spike, her nephew, they've been kind of building up to where he's not really doing well in school, and he's not really doing well in terms of being a part of the X-Men, in terms of him missing training sessions and all that kind of stuff, and he's having problems with the other X-Men and having problems at school, like I said. So that kind of built up there, too, to where they were kind of thinking, well, maybe he needs to be sent back or whatever because he's not doing very well, and they're thinking this is part of what's happening with Storm, but actually, no, not the case at all. She's hearing these voices and she's seeing visions and shadows and everything, and it turns out that she's actually being tracked, and there's a flashback and everything to what she actually did essentially, and her village basically took down the statue of a guy who is still there and was seeking her and everything, and he was able to, find her and everything and take her soul essentially into the staff. But when she was, using her abilities, being a mutant and everything, bringing the water into the village, they erected a statue of her and seeing her as a goddess and everything and worshiping her essentially. And so his whole plan, this guy that was basically replaced essentially by her, wanted to basically take control of her. And we got to see Wolverine get so mad and defensive and everything. And of course the X-Men teaming up and working together. And ultimately, of course, Spike was going to end up staying. Of course, he wasn't actually going to leave the show, but it potentially could have happened, right? And I really like the fact that it was focusing on Storm because it really feels like she hasn't really been focused on much within the show so far, up to the point of that episode. So I'm excited to jump into it now, guys. Let's jump into this episode and let's see what they show us here in terms of Joyride. Not sure once again what that means, but we'll find out. Let's go, guys. Let's get into it. Okay. Even Wolverine, okay, but he's just, what's happening here?
I've come to join the X-Men.
No, come on.
I'm serious.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
The Tooth Fairy. Tell us, why do you want to join the X-Men?
Yeah, why? It's all a trick, I think. It's all a trick.
Anymore? Nah, they're all right.
Why don't we give it a try? Huh?
Thing is, Professor X can read his mind, I would think.
Would you show Lance to one of the guest rooms?
I know Lance. He wouldn't do this unless he wanted something.
But why is he
I agree. What he wants is to be near Kitty.
But
I believe he's genuine about his feelings for her.
There, all unpacked.
Well then,
that was easy.
Welcome to Mutant Manor. Breakfast is at 7.
Come on, I can handle it. How tough can it be?
Oh, don't say that.
All pre-flight systems checked. All right, Iceman. Hang on to your lunch.
Bobby. I can't believe they're allowing Bobby to fly. Oh my god.
Feels so good.
Oh.
This time it took me twice as long to crash and burn.
Twice as long.
Look, kid.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm great. Love it.
Told you there was nothing to this X-Man stuff.
Don't you think you were a little hard on him?
Yes, but also,
yeah.
I literally had mentioned that we haven't really seen much of the new recruits, and now we're seeing them here, yeah. Nice. Uh-oh. I mean, he did succeed, but I'm liking seeing the new recruits. It's really cool. Jesus, oh my god. Awesome. Yes. Oh, come on.
Wrong victim, Albers, and you just drowned 2 people. Hey, who's been messing with my car?
Oh, that's messed up, man.
Albers! Hey!
Ooh.
Long time no
Oh,
see.
there she is, Tabitha.
Where you been, old buddy?
Somebody said you were living with the Geek Squad.
Yeah,
Is that what they said?
you
I knew
know.
it. You're becoming an X-Man. So what if I am? Say what?
Say what?
Man, I think I used to look up to you.
You'll never fit in with those guys, and they're never
He's
gonna
trying.
accept you.
I mean, that's probably true too, but he's trying. What? That's a weird visual. What is going on?
Ugh.
They're leaving. They're going for a joyride. Oh no. Oh my god.
I didn't do anything.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Try all the other buttons.
God, no, don't try buttons. Oh god. They just got back? Really?
Attention, new recruits. There will be a special early morning session with Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, Logan, you think you're pushing these kids a little too hard?
Nope.
Nah, it's good for him. It'll outrun, outfly, and outfight anything on two
Here's the
wings.
problem. They're gonna take that for the joyride. They're gonna try to.
Does this demo mean we're gonna get to fly the real jet this time?
Yeah, that'll happen. What happened to the van?
Oh shit.
Be really quiet, I promise.
Shh! We told you. Forget it. You make too big a crowd. Literally.
Now get back to bed. We're going on another joyride. You want to come with us?
No, no.
Forget it. You've got me in enough trouble.
I can't believe Avalanche was blamed for them. What they did.
Bobby, I just don't know about
Here's the
this.
thing. How does nobody hear that thing taking off? I would think, you know what I'm saying? This is bad. This is really bad. Oh my god.
Almost had to change my shorts.
They're so lucky. Question. How are they gonna get it back? How are they gonna get it back, you know what I'm saying? Stop hitting buttons. Oh no.
Let's see what this big.
Oh, no. Idiots. Of course. Oh my god.
Man, look what you did.
We're picking up speed.
Of course you are.
Seized up. I can't slow this thing down.
X-jet to base.
It's not working. Not working.
Radio's fried.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That's not the shit. God damn it, this is getting so bad. There you go. You're lucky. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Oh, now they're gonna start falling out of the sky? Maybe? I feel bad for him. Oh my god.
My hero.
Wait, oh, there you go. Damn, okay. Oh my god, this is so bad. What? I didn't expect to go this far. Kind of like Top Gun. Kinda. I get that kind of Top Gun feel with this whole sequence.
I can.
She's gonna phase the fucking plane. Oh.
Did you just see that?
Wow.
And you didn't either.
Oh. That was crazy that she did that. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Elvis, you took another joyride, didn't you?
We did. Lance was only trying to stop us. We took
Exactly.
the X-Van too.
Who's we?
Now all I've got to do is wax the X-Jet, and my probation is history.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
This is gonna take a lot of wax.
I mean, yeah, they deserve to do, yeah.
Guess we
Yeah.
all owe you an apology. Especially me.
You didn't want to stay.
It's been a challenging transition for us all.
Please stay, Lance.
Oh. The title makes so much sense now because Joyride is exactly what happened at least twice from what we saw, and at least it happened more off screen. But regardless, if you're hearing a sound, by the way, I'm sorry, the heater for the house is currently running right now. So if you're hearing a little noise, I do apologize for that. At some point it will shut off. But anyways, let's dive into the episode. So Avalanche shows up, like it's the opening of the episode. He shows up to the X-Mansion and he has a bag and he's destroying the gate. He's destroying all of the, like, the turret systems or whatever, like the security system essentially. And then of course they're all suiting up and everything. And then he's like, I want to be an X-Men. I'm thinking, And my first thought was, this is a trick. It wasn't, but it was just a way for him to get closer to Kitty, which ultimately kind of worked because they were able to spend more time together, and he got a kiss at the end, well, on the cheek. But he ultimately decided that, living with the Brotherhood, even though they're not the Brotherhood anymore, because basically it's all been pretty much destroyed because of what happened with Magneto, and Mystique is now gone, even though she's in the school still. She's still in the school. They don't know that, though. But he was confronted by them in the middle of the episode, but and even Tabitha, right? Boom Boom was that her name? Boom Boom? Anyways. But he was confronted, like, we heard this crazy story that you're living with the geeks or the nerds or whatever they called the X-Men, but it was just to get closer to Kitty. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to get closer to Kitty. And I get the point, but he just came across kind of like strange that he just randomly decides to do this, because I think it would have made maybe more sense if, like, maybe there was a scene or something in the school first, kind of set up, maybe there's like an interaction with Kitty and he realizes maybe he needs to actually get away from the Brotherhood and actually join, her side, join the X-Men. Maybe that would have been a better establishment, because him just walking up to the X-Mansion in the middle of the night, by the way, destroying shit, wearing his Avalanche outfit, and basically being a threat, essentially walking up, like, it just comes across kind of jarring. But besides that point, we actually got something that I kind of referenced in the African Storm episode, because I was kind of referencing how Storm really hadn't got a real focus within the show until that episode. And then I was like, well, the new recruits were, Iceman, Jubilee, like these characters that we've seen bits and pieces of in season 2, we haven't really got to see more focus, and we actually got to see a good amount of them in this episode, especially Iceman and Jubilee. And we got to see some of the other characters as well, kind of the new recruits, but it was really more focused on Iceman specifically, because he was the one that was in the training session in terms of in the danger room flying the test, the Blackbird, the jet, the jet or whatever. And I think it's all the Blackbird. Anyways, sorry, it's been a long day and I have a throat issue. I've been coughing like crazy, so try my best to get through this. But it's all been kind of like this thing to where the Joyride aspect comes into play, because it's Bobby, it's Jubilee, and I forget the other character, like who exactly he is, but it was them, and it was them, and then there was another guy who was like multiple man or multiple or something, and he was on the first Joyride we got to see in terms of being in the actual Jeep, which was completely destroyed. Same thing with the Blackbird at the end, but they were hitting all the buttons like, oh, this thing can't do anything. And it's like, it actually is doing something. It actually is destroying shit. Like, because it's like firing rockets, and it's setting fire to like a pole or whatever. It's like, oh my god, this is bad. But see, when they had Joyride all that night into the morning, early training session with Wolverine, and he's being harsh to them. Of course, when they did the training flying mission or whatever, where Bobby's flying or whatever, and he was like, yeah! By the way, I like the voice for Bobby. It kind of fits with the character. And Jubilee, too. But, like, Wolverine's being kind of harsh, but he's like, okay, we're actually going to not have you fly the jet right now. We're actually going to do something smaller, which is what they already took, right? The Jeep. And so, the blame was thrown on Avalanche. The blame was thrown on him because he's not to be trusted, because all the training stuff up to that point, he's been kind of like, he was able to destroy all of the like machines that were being used for the testing or whatever, and we got to see a few of them use their abilities to go against these like discs or whatever, these like, sharp discs flying at them. But he was the one to really destroy all of them, like his crazy powers, Avalanche. But they were treating him differently. And so when the Jeep they see is completely destroyed, and even the car was even destroyed as well at one point. It was early in the episode, but they took that for a joyride too, off screen. But they the blame was on Avalanche, because Scott immediately thought it was his fault, even though it was not his fault at all. So that started the kind of problems that would ultimately lead to him leaving, which there was already problems to begin with, but that was the starting point. Now, They then later told multiple man, you know, we're gonna do this. We can't have you with us. And like we can have all of you. It's like multiple of him or whatever. It's kind of a weird visual, but they go to Avalanche. Go, hey, we're gonna go. We're gonna like, I already got blamed for you. I already got blamed for your mistakes, and I like that he didn't just jump to the chance to do this, because I think Avalanche from season 1 would have jumped at the chance to take a joyride in the Blackbird and the Jeep or whatever. But he's like, I got blamed for you guys doing this shit. I don't want to be a part of this, you know? And so I really appreciated that was kind of set up, that he was really frustrated, but then he gets Kitty. Now he could have went and got someone else, but he knew to trust her more than anybody else, because she's the only one kind of trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and actually is being nice to him versus everyone else kind of ganging up against him, you know? And the fact that Professor X actually agreed to this, he kind of saw, like, yeah, he's here because he wants to be near Kitty, and maybe this is actually good for him. And maybe for her, too. You know. But he was really like, yeah, let's try it out. I'm like, wait, Professor X. Because Professor X is really smart. He's one of the smartest mutants, one of the smartest minds on the planet. But he without even hesitation, sure, let's try this out. Okay, but it was really well done in terms of how he went to Kitty because he knew he could. Because if he would have went to Scott, he wouldn't have listened to him. Went to Wolverine, he wouldn't have listened to him. Jean, same thing. So he had to go to Kitty, and they actually phased through the jet, and now they're flying going around and they're hitting buttons and shit. Here comes the Air Force, which is like funny as hell. Because it's like, oh my god, okay, so they now have to, like, first of all, my question before because they're flying around the city, I'm like, wait a minute, how are they gonna get the jet? I don't know how they got the jet back in to the bay, like through the waterfall. I have no idea how they got it back in, no clue. But then they sort of get chased by the Air Force, and then they're being, of course, chased by 2, and then now it's 5, you know, and then they're flying around, they're dodging shit, and then Jubilee, of course, are throwing up fireworks at one point, and then she's throwing up fireworks to get the heat-seeking missiles off of them. The coolest part of the whole episode is Kitty was able to phase the jet, the Blackbird, through the mountain. That was awesome. I loved it so much. It was so cool, because it took everything out of her, basically. She almost passed out, but at the same time, she really pushed herself to make it work. And it came across really damn well, in my personal opinion. I really enjoyed that sequence because she really pushed her limits, right? Because we've seen other X-Men throughout the show up to this point do something we've not seen them do before, but in this instance, this is something that is above and beyond what we've seen her do. Because at first, she just phased through her floor when she was introduced, and she fell down to the basement, and then she was able to phase through, which it jumped from that point where she couldn't control it to where she was able to phase through Jean. I think it was Jean and her parents or whatever, through all the rubble and everything. But now phasing not just everybody in that jet, but the jet itself through a mountain and actually go all the way through, that takes a lot of strength. That was insane. Like, how much, like, mentality and power that had to get to get to that point to actually do that. That's crazy she would pull that off. It was really well done. It was really good. I like to see that. The fact that seeing these characters push themselves and do something that is pretty damn crazy. It was good stuff. I really enjoyed it. I really did. So overall, this episode was pretty decent, pretty solid in my opinion. Of course, Avalanche wasn't going to stay. But, you know, maybe him and Kitty, I don't know. I have no idea. It's a thing to where it's kind of mixed on it in terms of, like, do I really like them as a couple, or maybe, like, I don't know. I'm kind of, like, mixed on it. But overall, like I said, this was a decent episode to see some of the new recruits, of course, Bobby, and to see that one part where they're at the pool scene and he becomes full Iceman or whatever, and then and then gliding across. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. But yeah, so that's X-Men Evolution Season 2, Episode 9, Joyride. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see what's next, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.